Welcome back to another episode of the Whip Report on the Shattered Skies Hardcore Survival Server. This is Quantum Quasar flying around with you today, and we've got only minor updates today. I've been doing a few other things lately, so I apologize for the lack in more progressive updates. I know I was uploading quite a few things for a while there to kind of get through my queue of uploads. And now I'm through that queue, and at the same time hit kind of a bit of a wall in Starmade with the hydrazine here. So you can see the hydrazine cannon frigate has had a few changes, starting to get a little bit of color, working some details. Ton of AMS turrets on it. However, these AMS turrets have a slight flaw, and this is after the HP/slight buff to AMS turret update. And that flaw is, I thought I would be a genius and make these nice little compound AMS turrets. And what they have is a cannon in the center, two shotguns on the sides, and a beam cannon, or a cannon beam on top. And the theory was that the beam cannon, or cannon beam rather, it's a sniper cannon, would allow the AMS turrets to target missiles from an increased distance, and even if the sniper shot missed, they'd be on target so that when it came into cannon range, they'd be able to take them out. And then the double shotgun blast on it would be there for groups of missiles or swarmers. And unfortunately, what happens is the sniper turret targets a missile from, I think on this server, it's like 12 kilometers out, something ridiculous. And it's because our sector sizes default are quite a bit larger. So anyway, the sniper turret targets the missile from way far out, and if it's a dumbfire missile or a missile that misses, it tracks it forever. Meanwhile, a tiny missile can be right in front of my ship or a nuke targeted at my ship, and my AMS turrets will all be trying to target something that's flying into the next sector over. So the first encounter with this ship that I took out, just to kind of playtest it some against some pirates, did not go well. And in fact, I ended up getting a giant hole in the ship and had to respawn it from a blueprint, but luckily I only lost some power reactors and a chunk of hull. So it wasn't too bad, but now I have to redo all of my AMS turrets, and I got a little bit frustrated because I just wanted to go kill some pirates, and that didn't work out very well. Additionally, the center gun is a large cannon. I don't remember the DPS on it right now, to be honest. And the side cannons, I decided to do shotguns, thinking that would tear through more armor since the HP update is out. So the shotguns would give me more of that kind of spread out damage against the outer side of the hull and the armor percent. And the cannon would let me tear through shields since it's ion, and the shotguns are explosive. I thought that would be kind of cool, a little bit of a different, less used weapon style, and turn this into more of an assault frigate, where meant to get up close and personal with other ships. It would actually probably do pretty well against larger ships. It does not do well against groups of fighters, unfortunately, even though I kind of thought it would. But anywho, that's the progress update there so far, and after fighting pirates and losing pretty horribly, here I'll swoop around back, I just realized I didn't go around back. After losing against some pirates pretty miserably, I decided to go start working on a different project, something more RP-based. And that is because I play a lot of Kerbal as well. I don't think I have any Kerbal videos left on my stream. I might have a couple. But, yeah, I always like making colony ships. And I figure Zorp Corp has already got, a nice line of fighting vessels started, and could use some more RP based, and something you don't see in Starmade all that much is more RP stuff. You see some cruise liners, you see some cargo vessels, you see some tugs and stuff. But over here, I've got my first colony pod, and I was kind of also thinking a little bit more Minecrafty, like something that you could see plopping down in a Minecraft world and having some use. So this is a colony pod that I'm building for what will hopefully be a colony ship of some sort, or maybe a science ship. And here in the entrance area, these red block areas are probably going to be like servers, like computer servers of some sort. There's kind of placeholders right now. And there are 10 seats, 5 on each side, and these are going to be desks with some personal computers on them for internet access, surfing around and doing things. We also have 10 nice beds in 2 rooms here, so some big beds, some comfy beds, get to have some comfort. And then over here on either side, we have a shower area, which is yet to be lit up properly, and a couple of bathroom stalls. So we can have men's and women's, or, tentacles and non-tentacles restrooms. And this area, I'm going to have a little 3D printer that I want to make out of rails, and then a small med bay and storage, because, you got to have tons of storage. If you're going to build a colony, you got to have all kinds of parts. And then in here, it's going to be an elevator, and that'll bring you into the farm. So we got some bushes, we got some trees. It's a little dark in here, so sorry about that. And some various plants and some mushrooms planted so that our colonists can get off to a good start, eat some nummy foods, and do their research, do their crafting so that they can make some other ships and maybe build a factory or something like that. So that's this guy for right now. It doesn't have a name, just a little colony pod. Made a little bubble. And trying to keep some of the design methodologies. Of course, I didn't want it to be, the same hard line shape, for the outer shell that I was doing as the center sphere in all of my other ships. I wanted a little bit more dome to it, but at the same time, I also didn't want to do like a perfect sphere type thing. It's kind of flat up here at the top, you see. So, yeah, but that's it. That's it for this one. Just a little RP vessel that I'm working on. And hopefully it'll kind of come around. I may also finish up the speed build of the small harvester that I did from doing from start to finish, rather. And so that may be coming down the pipe here in a little while. Not too sure. Got, of course, the Steam Summer Sale kind of sucked me in. Didn't get everything that I wanted, but that happens. And that was just because I thought that the sale ended a couple hours later than it did, and I did not get my information in and all my stuff bought. So, did get a couple things, going to mess around with those. Don't know if I'm going to do any recording on any other games at the moment, because I'm not quite as sucked in as I am on Starmade. But I did need to give Starmade a little bit of a break, so I may slow down slightly. I'm still going to try to keep to once a week, but these once-a-week videos may not be as intense as they were, definitely because I had like 5 or 6, weeks worth of videos ahead, and I decided to start posting them kind of 2 or 3 times a week instead of once a week. But I probably will be moving to a once-a-week video. I hope that's all right. And if you guys have any comments or suggestions on things that you would like to see out of a more RP-based vessel, like a colony ship, let me know, and I'll see if I can't maybe throw a little bit of stuff together. Who knows? But regardless, hope to see you guys on the Starside server. Again, there are a few people that have been requesting to, the Shattered Skies server, which is the home of the Starside guys. But I've seen a few more requests to join the faction. I'm currently not recruiting just because, especially with me not being on very much, and there's been some wartime tensions that have gone down a couple different times, and I just don't really have the focus to be able to prep up for war and make a bunch of turrets and a bunch of big ships and things like that. But I also don't want to get a survival sector, or a build sector. Sorry, I'd like to be in survival. I don't want a build sector. I don't want infinite stuff. Just because that kind of takes some of the fun out of the game for me, and I like to be able to build and craft, what I want to use. Anywho, that's going to be it for this weekly WIP report. And I hope to see you guys on the server. Links in the description, as well as server info. And as always, keep flying. Quick update, everybody. I put lights in like a smart person, so I figured I would show the rest of this off real quick. Just because now it's all lit up, and it looks pretty. And you guys are pretty, especially when there's light on you and stuff. It's late. But, I still love you all.